One, two. And we are back for another episode of All Things Considered. I'm Chelsea Vox.
And I'm called H.
And today we are covering the topic men are struggling more than they admit.
What a topic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a thing happening in our daily life.
Mm-hmm.
As men, we always have to be the strongest and the bravest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. Are we gonna jump into the
we can actually jump straight into it, yes, Chelsea.
Okay. Firstly, we want to say we apologize for being away for so long.
Yes.
I mean, we can all understand that we all have our daily lives that we have to attend to, and sometimes it can run away with us, and then we can completely lose track of time. So
Yes.
that is exactly what happened. There's no ifs, whats, or maybes.
Mm.
There's no 100% explanation. This is where we were, kind of thing. Life just got us a little bit, and yeah, we had to attend to a few matters, but we are back, and we will try as much as we can to release these episodes and have these discussions, just so
Yes.
that we can all have that time where we can chill and talk about topics like this, because it's still very, very, very apparent in today's life.
Yes.
Another thing I want to say is, in the previous episode, we were still talking and we asked the world to pray for Crochet, but unfortunately,
Oh, yes.
last night, she passed away, and we just want to encourage her parents to say that you did good. You did a good job by raising such a beautiful warrior. She inspired a lot of people who has the sickness and who does not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to remain faithful and to
Yes.
remain strong in situations where you wouldn't expect another person to be strong.
To be
So
strong.
yeah, we just want to say rest in peace, Angel. You really made an impact in a lot of people's lives, and we want to say strongs
To the
and our
family.
deepest sympathies to parents and family.
Yes.
Yeah, so back to today's topic. Okay.
Question 1. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
The society still expects men to be the primary provider.
I think so. In a lot of, I wouldn't put the entire society under one umbrella, because there's different ways of parenting now. Um, but I would say the majority still have that. And I'm not talking about only the parents.
Mm.
I'm talking about, kom ek sê, ons is ook nou al die nuwe ouers, and a lot of us brought trauma from the previous
Yes.
ways of raising. So they can still instill that, yeah, sy is die man, sy moet die primary provider is. So I think in a lot of places I think they still expect
En
men to be the primary
en ek kon
provider.
daarvan especially sien dat Chelsea praat ons so mooi van we was raised as kids and now we became parents and we had our own trauma and we brought it over to our next lifespan. En as ek kyk nogal in vandag se lewe en ek sit op sosiale media en ek gaan na deur, dan is dit altyd vir my sad om te sien dat en as jy 'n brandmerk op enige vrou, but ons vrouens wat in omstandighede gedompel is, ons vroue wat vasgevang is in drugs, ons vrouens wat vasgevang is in addictions. Hulle kling aan hy man. Hulle forceer hy man, jy moet gaan werk. Because
You should be the primary provider.
you need to be a primary provider. Jy moet seker
Yeah.
maak God is up and running. En as kan dit ding van wees, as jy 'n macho man wil wees, dan moet jy dan kan voel.
That's why I watched this thing called Siti Makoti on
Yes.
on DSTV. Shout out DSTV. I watched this thing and there's this one girl. She's actually the Siti Makoti on TikTok, one of my favorite content creators, and she broke that stigma. She broke that cycle. She made it very clear on national TV that she is the main breadwinner and she doesn't have a problem with it, and her husband doesn't have a problem with it. And now take it this way. They are interracial couple as well. So it's a white
Mm.
woman and a black man. They are married and they've got the most beautiful baby
Oh,
together. And
Saki.
Zaki is
Sorry.
the prachtig. So and she came out point blank and she got a lot of positive feedback and also a
Lot
lot
of
of hate.
negative.
A lot of hate. Yeah. How can does she not respect her husband by saying that she's a, like,
And that
and this
is
is coming from females.
exactly, and this is a man that was willing to swallow his pride because he was okay where he was.
And he said, listen here, my job. And she told him, listen here, quit your job, man. Quit your job. People love what we are doing. People love seeing us together. People love you as my
Online.
husband. They love you online, and we can actually make a living because I mean, she made a living out of content
And
creation.
Lydia Chung is verified.
And the fact that she mentioned on national TV, I made my first million. Come on, you
I
know.
say,
What's going on? Kyk van o jene, moenie provider. And she literally came out and I was like, kudos girl. Like kudos to that.
and
Because
as he is like that, the issue, and that's what I say. You do get strong women out there.
and it's also not the fact that this man is laying on the couch.
I say,
Hy week aan die huis sit. It's just it's almost like roles were reversed and people
yes.
did not appreciate that. People did not like that. He's like, I don't have a problem cleaning. I don't have a problem looking after our child.
And
and he's doing a brilliant job because that all by itself is a job.
exactly, and especially taking care of the child as well.
Exactly.
And he's not totally entirely sitting at home.
Exactly.
He's still doing campaigns and he's doing
and he's doing
good.
very well.
He's doing actually very good.
So
I've
shout
been
out to
looking-
Sitle and Anika Dambuza. They are living proof that these things
Can work.
These things can be broken. These
Cycles.
bad stigmas and
Barriers.
stereotypes can be broken where it says society feels that men need to be the primary provider. Thank you for breaking that and showing us a different view, a different way, a different route. Alrighty, we're gonna move on to our next question. And it says, how can schools better prepare boys to talk about emotions?
You know, yes, when we sit with these questions, I felt like, okay, this is a very good question. Yet it is a very good question. But I went back home and I was, after we were sitting and discussing, I went home and I was laying in bed and I was like, what is the difference between the curriculum of those days and what is the curriculum of these days? And hoe het hulle dit genoem, daai wat jy nie kind mag neem op kan slaan in die skool nie. Something punishment.
I don't know.
But
Ek was gesê dan.
corporal punishment, something. And if you have to look at it, deesdae se kinders of daai tyd se kinders se manne have more respect, have more integrity, have more sense of responsibility. En skole was oop gewees om sekere dinge daai tyd vir ek weet kos daai tyd was dit mos gewees die big company kom na die skool toe, dan kom die company na die skool toe en hulle sit met die girls en hulle sit met die boys en you know there was a type of involvement of van die skool. But if you look at today's life, children het meer die operang om vir die onderwyser te sê wat om te doen. Dat sy gaan dit vir my sê nie. Ek gaan dit daai tent, ek gaan dit daai doen nie. Onderwysers as jy meer onderwysers mag nie meer kinders ek was nog as reprimand. Ek was nog op die skool toe ons nog pak gekry het.
Ja, nee.
Met 'n lap.
Nee, ek was maar geknip hier onder my vel.
You know? En ek voel dit was 'n regte method geweest, want sy het onmiddellik geweet sy het iets verkeerd gedoen. But if you have to look at today, do the schools have control? I don't know.
Now, there's now a question outside the questions that we have, but would you say that all of these titles that are now here is leading to the emotional health of our boys? Soos, kyk jy daai tyd, was daar nie tyd gewees van jy is depressed nie. Daar was die tyd van jy is bipolar of no disrespect to anything, but ons het nie regtig, we weren't really daai goed was nie in ons breins
Sy was ka
ingefos
pamper
het.
lampie.
Daar was ook nie this mental health awareness, and which I still feel is a very good thing, but we weren't daai goed was 'n sukses to social media. No, it's almost like it's in our day, it's in our faces daily. It gets imprinted in our minds every single day. Would you say that because we were not that we were not aware, but would you say that because these things were not imprinted in our minds and our brains on a daily life, that is the change van ons manne van
those days.
because nou kan ek net sê there's even people that might maybe misuse the term and say no, but I'm depressed.
Oh,
Jay is miskien 'n probleem. Jay's maybe a narcissist. And now you comparing that to my mental health.
Oh, mental stable.
I'm not stable. I'm not
But that is
stable.
true.
But just like a narcissist.
But that is true.
The good ones, once again, the people that are really suffering from that illness, we are not
very sorry.
we are not talking about you right now. We are talking about these people that are abusing
Health-
these titles.
Healthy men.
That are abusing these titles and that are diverting this from narcissism, from manipulation to mental instability.
En
Because they are caught out. Because they are questioned
I see.
about it.
En ek het 'n vriend gehad op skool. En ek was die treasurer en hy was die maspalletjie. So ek het die bookkeeping gedoen vir die klomp. En ons was graad 10 en hy was 21 by die tyd. Hy ek kon op hy nog lewe, nee. But anyway. En he went through something. And it was really the first time for me seeing that he's being sad. Like sy manlike ego was nou gekraak. En ek was die een, because ek sê vir hom, jong man, gaan praat met meneer man. You know, you don't have to go through this alone. Maar ek het ook nooit gewees die omstandighede by die huis was baie donker. So wat hy gedoen het op school was 'n reflection wat by die huis aangegaan het en was 'n survival code vir hom.
Oh man.
Because he need to look after himself. If you know what I get. En om terug te kom na die vraag toe en as dat he was too scared.
He was too scared, yeah.
To go and talk to the teacher because het gaat sy manlikheid wegneem. Niemand gaan meer van hom respekteer op die skool nie. Hy gaan lyk nou soos 'n hoe noem hulle ons het dit genoem 'n moego. You know?
That's the same.
And as guys rather talk to someone.
But how would you say? How can schools implementeer? How can they implement
I would say
okayness? Who is that even a word?
for me,
To talk.
I would say create a brotherhood. Ek weet op
So in die kerke broederbond en
a brotherhood. If
yeah.
you know what I mean. Ek weet op skool toe ons nog op skool gewees het met juffrou was hy Engelse juffrou se naam Bali. Toe het sy die geestelike klasse gehad, pauses. So I think that schools can implement brotherhoods of a brother Saturday morning or
To talk to the guys.
And get people in that is experts in sex, people, you know.
And also ensure them that it does not go past those 4 walls.
Sê en leer vir hulle van die lewe, leer vir hulle om slimmer te word en slimmer keuses te maak. Because wat ons vandag sien, ons manne van vandag is 'n reflection to bad decisions, poor decision making, you know. And I think schools can really, especially with met bende wat nou aangaan, jong bende geweld, jong gangsterism. And I think schools can play a role by cutting out that. You know. Manlike onderwysers, male teachers can get more involved.
But it needs to start at home too.
True.
It needs to start at home too. Ons kan nie net ons kan nie net giffies groot maak hè. En dan wil jy nou daar raak dit die onderwys se probleem hè. Ons as ouers moet ook sê kyk jy luister I need to raise my boy child so that my boy child can go and respect his peers at school and can also respect the teachers at school. So that it is a joy for the teacher to then steer the child into the right direction. Maar jy kan nie verwag jy gaan nou hier 'n giffie groot maak en dan moet hy giffie, dan moet die juffrou nou
En
sukkel
dan
met jou giffie nie.
spyt
Nie
hy
weg,
Benneboek
nie
nog.
weg, nie
Maar
weg.
kyk dit so mee, ek dink ook as 'n meta van it happens at home, so I think it's okay. Now
Yeah,
you run with that.
because my mom or
Or my dad,
or
it
my
happened in the
grandma or
house,
whatever.
of my broer. And I'm sorry, I'm a living testimony of making right decisions.
It could also be, Carl, that sometimes the parents are also so caught up in their own thing that they are so blinded by
Or they are
what's
s-
happening in
or they
front
are
of them.
scared for their own children.
Or hulle kan bang is vir hulle kinders, of it kan ook wees maybe it took them so long to get this child, so everything wrongdoing that this child is
Caprices.
doing, they are just sugarcoating everything, and it's bad, guys.
Because ek sê ek het met 'n neef groot geword, twee neefs actually. Een het vandag goeie keuses in die lewe gemaak.
Mm.
But ons was elke dag in mekaar se gesigte, ons was elke dag in mekaar se lewe. En hulle sê sodra jy meer tyd met iemand spend,
You become like them.
as 'n chain reaction.
Mhm.
Ons begin nog maniertjies van mekaar aanleer.
Mhm.
Whether dit bad is, whether dit reg is, whether
Mhm.
dit goed is of
Mhm.
positief is. Julle cause ons het in vir ons almal is pyn.
Mhm.
You know, it's something we learn.
Mhm.
And as ek moes in hy trip geval het, so ek kaal gewees wat ek kaal is vandag.
Mhm.
Ek's so
Mm.
different goed is gedoen. Ek sal op 'n different path gewees het.
But
Chomi.
God knows, and God knew your.
So for a man, you don't always have to be bold. You don't always have to be that macho person.
I was about to go there because that is actually the third question, guys. The third question is there still pressure for men to be strong all the
That's
time?
why you don't have to be the man. You don't always have to be the person. En ongelukkig, die lewe hardloop net op physical krag hè. The biggest battlefield is the mind upstairs. What do you think about that question, Chomi?
I think there's still some pressure, but I love as much as I feel like I've got a love-hate relationship with TikTok.
Toch ek dit.
Because I do not know if you guys saw, I'm thinking 90% van die wêreld het nou al gesien nou. Die vruggies op TikTok. Dan is dit Appelini en Strawberlina hulle en goed.
Kokalina.
En Strawberlina los gou die arme mannetjie wat baie hard werk in sy check hempie om gou vir Bob the Builder te gaan
Ai.
vat. And that is also still imprinting these things that the stronger man is the one that is a bit more, it's more attractive.
Attractive.
It's the one that you should go for more, which is not what should happen.
En
So I think that's why I'm saying I've got a love-hate relationship with that, because there are some positive things that I can really say, okay, thank you. You guys are imprinting the right things now. En dan as dit nou die nonsens van die vrugte, want nou wil die mense skoon sê as meer 'n strawberry gaan koop, van strawberry is sleg. You know, it's bad. Like I can't deal.
En weet julle, die goed is addictive mense.
I know it.
Ek lê tot in die nag toe kyk vir Strawberlina en ek kyk vir Appelina en ek
Sy
kyk
het daar gekom al van
Urine.
So it's bad. I
En-
think yes, there's
en ek-
still
En ek dink ons kinders word a little bit brainwashed through
they
these
need
things.
to limit screen time for the kids because
But the thing is, our parents don't have control over that.
ek het al gesien, especially for the new parents, and I've got a it's a ick for me to see that ons parents, omdat hulle so besig aan hulle eie lewens,
Dis
omdat
hy.
hulle nog steeds jonk as hulle het mos nou babietjie jonk
Jong
gekry.
gekry.
But that shouldn't be an issue, because I mean there's some people's parents that were 15 years old that had 15 kinders.
Sy
And they still did the right thing. So our people are so bound to the phone that kyk jy, as hy kan nou hy gee sommer vir my phone, laat ek vir my
Sy-
Rachel kyk, laat hy gou net of laat hy gou fik op
Op
hom en
game
goed
speel.
kyk of op gamepie speel, laat ek haar ophou huil. That's the first problem there. Wat het gebeur van die inkleerboeke? Wat het gebeur van daai? You know, so
as waar.
I feel there's still pressure for men to be strong all
And-
the time. What do you guys think? If you know, please let us know in the comments.
And-
Yeah.
En ek gaan net touch op by topic en ek dink en dit was cute om te sien soos Canada en ek weet China en Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
Kyk, as jy meer van some hoe noem mense die whiteboards, daar is nie meer van die skerms op die tafels, daar
Good.
is nie meer van phone en daar is nie, they went back to the book, they went back to a pencil, because hulle het opgelet, our kids get more dumb and they make poor decisions. Shout out to those countries.
So is there still pressure for men to be strong all the time? I think so, yes.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Fourth question, last
Fourth
question.
En my vriend dan gaan dit ons antwoord.
Oh my father, okay.
How can a woman better support the men in their lives without taking on all the emotional responsibility?
I would say, listen, I've seen men around me. I've always been the girl who prefers to have guy friends.
Okay.
And one thing that I've realized when it comes to men is sometimes omdat hulle so geforseer is om sterk te wil wees en moet wees, omdat hulle geforseer is om die provider te wil wees, sommige kere they just want to hear words of affirmation. You are doing good. I am proud of you. You keep pushing forward. You are doing well. You know, because remember, females are emotional beings, but they're also much stronger emotionally when it comes between men and females, statistically proven. So I would say to support the men in their lives, because man's men say it's got this natural, they've got this natural thing of wanting to protect, of wanting to show, of wanting to provide, of wanting to help, of wanting to do that. And the female wants to nurture. So I feel like speaking life into them, speaking like affirming and saying, listen here, you are doing well. I am proud of you. I am here if you need anything. You know, sometimes van mans mense wil altyd gepuppie word and say, I'm so sorry. Hulle wil nie daai worry because it's going to make them feel even more down there. So speak life into your man.
Ek skep nou 'n prentjie in my kop. 'n Jong pompie met iemand wat water op hom gooi.
That's how I feel women can support the men in their lives without taking all the emotional responsibility. Is just to speak life into them, because I feel you speaking life into them is motivating them to become better, to move, to go, and want them to wake up and say, "Nee man, ek het 'n vrou hier, so ek het 'n lioness hier, so I've got a lioness behind me. Let's move."
En hulle sê altyd agter elke sterk man is 'n sterk vrou. En ek voel dat 'n vrou kan ook die inisiatief neem om kleiner goedjies te doen net om die man se hande bietjie makliker te maak. You know? Het hoef nie altyd alles van 'n man af te kom nie. En as ek kyk die lewe van vandag het ge-evolve. Vrouens doen ook nog man weer. Ek sien vrouens wat skaggery. Ek sien vrouens wat op 'n construction site loop. So life have changed, and I totally agree to what Chelsea said. Speak life. Die Bybel sê dat mens wil nie gaan nie, maar die tong spreek lewe. En wat sy sê is wat sy vasmaak. So I totally agree with you. Speak life.
Yeah. Last question for the viewers before we call it a day. The question to you guys: is social media helping or hurting men's self-esteem? We touched a little bit on that earlier on, so we would like to hear from you.
And we would really like you to engage with us. And yet again, once again, we are so sorry for this long break, but maybe it was a must to come back with new information and new opinions
and fresh ears and fresh eyes. And we still listen to all of the things that you say. Thank you, guys. Even though we were on a break, we still got new followers on TikTok. We still got our things that were shared out.
And thank you for the 1,000 followers.
Oh, yes. I even forgot to celebrate that.
1,000. And please keep on
keep
on sharing and keep on showing love. We do appreciate you guys.
And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we're also trying now to go a bit more live as well on the TikTok account of
Yes.
All Things
Just check
Considered.
our TikTok account. We will always post the video before or a day before
Or sitting in bed.
we go live. Yeah. We're gonna leave you guys with next week's topic. The next week's topic is the emotional costs of always being available.
So I want you to rephrase that again for them so that they can.
The emotional cost of always being available. That is going to be the next topic. We hope that you will tune in and also, watch our episodes. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And yeah, I think,
I'm excited for that.
are we going to call it?
We're gonna call it a day.
We wish you guys a beautiful week and we will be back on the next episode. With that, I'm Chelsea Vox.
I'm Carl H.
And we're